Hello out there, it's a Friday morning. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Owusu. It's a preview Friday, of course. Big one coming up at this weekend in the English Premier League. Will be decided whether it's going to Manchester or will be going to Liverpool. A point separating City and Liverpool going into the last day run of matches. Also, another big event happening this weekend is the big boxing bout between Isaac Dugbe and Emmanuel Navarrete. Can Isaac Dugbe reclaim the title he lost to the Mexican, the WBO Super Bantamweight title? My colleague Nathaniel Atto is in the United States of America and has been speaking to Isaac Dugbe ahead of this bout. You hear from him a lot of things to look forward to. Two English teams in the finals of this year's Europa League. Two English teams in the finals of this year's UEFA Champions League. Is the English Premier League the best? That's the question we're asking this morning. Well, we'll look at the highlight of what happened in that game involving Chelsea and Eintracht Frankfurt, which Chelsea had to settle it on penalties. And also, Arsenal went away to win convincingly in Spain against Valencia. I will show you highlights of those matches. But we'll start here on the local scene, and Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah is expected to name his provisional squad for the Africa Cup of Nations in the coming days. Well, there could be surprises and some old faces in the team. And in terms of the old faces, coach Kwesi Appiah must decide on whether to give Sule Muntari and Kevin Prince Boateng a chance or not after Normalization Committee Chairman Dr. Kofi Amoah revealed on yesterday's Good Evening Ghana show that Muntari had called him that he wants to play for Ghana at the Africa Cup of Nations. So here at Joy Sports, we've actually been looking at Sule Muntari's record since July 2014 when he was suspended from the Black Stars, and where he's been to and what his records are in terms of his club football. So in 2015-16, he was at Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia, scored 2 goals in 18 appearances, and in 2016-17, clubless until January 17 when he moved to Pescara in the Serie A, scored 1 goal in 19 appearances, scored no goal in 8 appearances for Deportivo La Corona when he joined them in the 2017-18 Spanish La Liga season. And then he was clubless until January 19, that's 2019, which is this year, and then recently joined Albacete La Liga 2 side, and he has played 2 games and has scored no goal. All right, so we'll leave it to you to decide if Sule Muntari is good enough to be in Ghana's team for this year's Africa Cup of Nations. And later, we'll bring you that interview Dr. Kofi Amoah had with Paul Admotri on Good Evening Ghana yesterday. Well, still talking about the Africa Cup of Nations, 3 lucky fans and their couples will get the opportunity to be in Egypt to watch the Nations Cup just by using their EcoBank Visa cards. Now, aside that, they will reward 1,000 Visa cards users with various prizes such as tickets to watch the live matches at accredited viewing centers, souvenirs, and other great prizes. Well, there is more in the following report.
The package is aimed at rewarding customers who use Visa cards for payments and other online services without physical cash to improve a cashless society. However, the sports-based reward is targeting football lovers during the African Cup of Nations tournament to be hosted in Cairo, Egypt. Managing Director of EcoBank, Dan Saki, explains further.
As we launch these events, we have invited you here to a special sales promo. And the idea is to reward a number of Ghanaians during the AFCON as you watch the Black Stars and other African countries play. There's nothing more interesting than doing something that you love and being paid for it. So to be rewarded whilst enjoying your soccer is something that we believe that all Ghanaians and especially our fans will be looking forward to.
Country manager for Visa, Aduma Pepra, revealed that Visa is providing a common platform for businesses during the tournament.
In the host countries where this is happening in Egypt, we are connecting businesses and helping them to accept electronic payments, so which is convenience and it gives customers a better experience, right? And also, we enable these businesses to use our network as well to pay the supply chain more efficiently, thus increasing economic efficiency. And one of the things what that we're hoping this will do is help us connect with communities. Sasaki talked about, or Otara rather, talked about how you can bring a child onto the pitch. You know, one of the things that we've done is this player escort program. Can you imagine that you are on the stand and you're watching your child come on and holding the hand of your heroes? You know, and that's what we're looking to bring. We're looking to bring the electrification to our communities.
The partnership will reward 10,000 Visa card users with prizes including an all-expense-paid trip to the tournament in Egypt. Ibn Sabute's report for Joy Business.
All right, so let's talk some boxing. And Isaac Dugbe will be hoping to reclaim the WBO super bantamweight title from Mexican Emmanuel Navarrete when the two face off this weekend in Arizona. Well, Joy Sports' Nathan Lato, who is there, had this chat with the Royal Storm Dugbe ahead of the big bout tomorrow.
Welcome to our continuous coverage of Isaac Dugbe versus Emmanuel Navarrete Part 2 here in Tucson, Arizona. And of course, I'm here at the Hotel Tucson City Center. Well, right there behind me is the restaurant area. And of course, Emmanuel Navarrete just had his breakfast and he lives somewhere down there. He's gone back to his room. But you know what? I'm right in front of the suite where Isaac the Royal Storm Dugbe is lodging. Well, so let's go over and find out what Isaac the Royal Storm Dugbe is actually up to this very fine sunny morning here in Tucson, Arizona. Okay, so, oh, there we go. That's the Royal Storm, Isaac Dugbe. A few days to go for the big bout there. And of course, let's see how everything is going. Hey, my man, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Neho.
Yeah, how's it been? How's it been in the last few days?
It's been great. You know, Tucson is a very beautiful place, Arizona. We're coming back to light up the place. So right now I'm just calm, just relaxed, just taking over the days and looking forward to Saturday, May 11th.
Okay. All right, my brother. I'll see you later. So that's it. He says Neho as always, and this is Joy Sports and Joy News continuous coverage of the bout between Isaac the Royal Storm Dugbe and Emmanuel Navarrete. It's right here in.
All right, so that's Joy Sports editor Nathan Lato in the United States of America following Isaac Dugbe. We hope and pray that he will reclaim the WBO super bantamweight title from Emmanuel Navarrete. So it's happening on Saturday. So when you say a prayer, please do say one for Isaac Dugbe. Well, here on the low coast, the normalization special competition is on this weekend with week 11 games. So in midweek, we had week 10 matches. We'll take you through what to expect this weekend. Of course, Kumasi and Tekotoko will be hoping to get a good result after drawing their last game with Bichim United. So Ediano Stars will be at home to play against Bekum Chelsea. That game will be at the Doma Park, and then we'll have Ashanti Gold up against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That game at the Obuasi Clay Stadium. Bichim United are up against Mediama SC. Mediama currently on top of Premier A. Will be hoping to solidify that lead. And Liberty Professionals are back to the Carindorf Park to play against the Omina Sharks. Liberty went away to get a good result against Accra Hartsfield. Their game in midweek ended goalless, and they are home at the Dansuman Carindorf Park to play against Omina Sharks. We'll have Dwarfs Accra Hartsfield, big one for the Phobians as they travel away to play Dwarfs in Cape Coast, and then Dreams FC in Talalais. Dreams not quite going well for them. They've had some bad run of results in the normalization special competition, and they will be hoping to overturn things when they come up against Interlies. And there's Karela up against Wafa this weekend.